Hi everyone, it's Taylor again with BreakOut Studios online videos. We're going to be doing some ballet basics this morning. So I'll play some adagio music, give people time to stretch, get settled in, get in the classroom, and we'll get going here in a few minutes. All right, we'll play one more quick one to give people more time, give myself more time to stretch, and then we'll get going pretty soon. Where did we go? There we go. All right, we'll get going here. We'll start out with our usual warm-up. So I'll just go over it real quickly in case we have any new viewers. So we're going to start in parallel. Make sure our weight is over the balls of our feet, the backs of our legs are engaged, our shoulders are open while our ribs are closed. We're going to start with a demi, and point, and demi, back to parallel. 2 pushes, push and close using just the toes, push and close. close. Left side, demi, and point, and demi, parallel, and push through the metatarsals, parallel, and push, and close. Then we're gonna roll through, keeping the ankles tight together, up, lower down, reverse the roll through, over the arches, plie, and stretch, again, roll through, up, reverse, rolling through, plie, turn out to first position. And same thing in first, making sure that we're not sickling or going over our big toe too much. Demi, point, demi, first, and push through the toes, and push, other side, demi, point, demi, push, push, plie, roll through, reverse the roll through, rolling through, reverse the roll through. And then we'll take a parallel stretch all the way down. We'll come up flat back, lift up to port de bras back, twist out the spine, and then to the other side, all the way down, coming up flat back, to the back, and twist out the spine, and then we'll close and finish there. Yeah, so this one is making sure that we're getting our ankles nice and warmed up, making sure that we're going through a straight ankle the entire time, not going side to side. And I'll call things out too. So starting in parallel, facing our bar. Let's see. Here we go. Parallel. And right leg, demi, and point, and demi, parallel. Two pushes. Push just the toes, not using the thigh. Left side, demi, point, demi, parallel. Push through the toes, like a little jump with the toes, rolling through, over the arches, straight, resist down, reverse the roll through, rolling through again, warming up those ankles, reverse the roll through, and now turning out to first, same thing in first, demi, point, keeping those ankles straight, not sickling, and push through the toes, and push, other side. Backs of the legs are nice and engaged, and push, roll through. Don't sickle those ankles, circle the heels forward, reverse. Rolling through again. And reverse, straight ankles. And parallel all the way down. And come up flat back. And lift up to port de bras back. And twist out the spine. To the left, swan dive all the way down parallel. And come up flat back. And lift up to port de bras back. And twist out the spine. And finish. Good. Nice. All right, let's move on to some plies. We'll just do some usual plies here. So we'll start in first position. We'll take two demis. So a demi, arm floats down, and demi, arm to second, grand plie all the way down, and 6, and 7, and 8. Let's take a port de bras forward all the way down, 2, and up, 3, 4. Let's rise up. Again, those straight ankles, 6, and tendu, same thing in second. 2 demis, and demi, and grand plie, 6, 7, 8. Let's take a port de bras side, and up. Press up, straight ankles, elbows lifted, lower down. Tendu, we'll go straight to fifth. 2 demis, and demi, grand plie all the way down, 6, and 7, and 8. We'll take the arm down and up to port de bras back. Come up, rise up, lower down. And then let's take a tendu back to first. We'll plie balance in first position today. Yeah, with these grand pliés, really watch, pay attention to the coordination of the arm when we go through our port de grace for the grand plié. We never want to have our arm down here as we're at the lowest point in our grand plié. Yeah, so the arm floats down a little bit slowly, and once we reach the bottom, then as we start coming up, then our arm can start coming through to down and first position and up, yeah? So this part's a little slower, and this part is a little bit more faster, more anticipated. So we're down here. As we start coming up, then the arm can go through, yeah? So 2 demis in a grand port bras forward, releve, same thing in second side, rise up, same thing in fifth back, rise up, and then we'll take a balance in first position. All right, here we go. First position, ribs closed, long lower spine, and demi. Here we go, the arm floats slowly, and now it comes through to first, and open. Lift up to port de bras forward. Releve. Lower down, 2 seconds. Same thing, demi. And grand plie, slow arm floating down, and through to the first. Port de bras side. And releve, rise up. Lower down, take it to fifth. 2 demis. Keeping that back heel glued to the floor. Grand plie, slow arm floating. And arm comes through. Arm goes down and up to port de bras back. And rise up. Lower down. Tendu to first position. Roll through and take a balance. So here the shoulders are back in opposition as the ribs are closed. Our glutes and hips are engaged and rotating out as our heels are circling forward. And when you're ready, lift and finish. Good, nice. Good, let's go to the other side. One thing I've noticed, I remembered from teaching little kids too, they have a tendency in fifth position to want to lift up that back heel and that demi, especially if our calves or Achilles get really, really tight. So make sure that even if our demi isn't as big in that fifth position, that's okay, but we want to keep, especially our back heel, glued down to the floor. We want to make sure that we don't start lifting up, because that's going to sacrifice our plie later on when we do bigger jumps or stuff in center. All right, left side. First position. And demi. Demi. Grand plie, slow arm down. And now it comes through. Lift up to port de bras forward. And releve, rise up. Lower down, take it to second. Demi. And slow arm floating down. A little quicker. And to the side. Releve, keep those ankles straight. Lower down, straight to fifth. And that back heel glued to the floor. Keeping that heel down as long as possible. And pressing that heel down as soon as possible. Arm goes down to go up to the back. rise up, lower down, tendu back to first. Let's roll through. Shoulders open as our ribs are closed. And when you're ready, lift and release and finish. Good. Nice. All right, let's take a tendu from first. Okay, so we're gonna keep our arm to the side for this first part. We're just gonna have 3 tendu front. 1 and close, heel forward, little toes back, heel forward, little toes back. Another releve, lower straight. Same thing side. 1 and close, massaging the floor with the metatarsals closed. And 3 and close, rise up, lower down. Same thing back and close, little toes back, heel forward. And 3 and close, releve and lower. Now we're going to take front side back with an arm. Front, plie, and side, plie, and back, plie, and stretch, and hold. And then we're going to reverse the same thing from the back. Making sure that when we're rising up and lowering down with straight legs that we take care how our ankles are coming up and down. We're not sickling, we're not trying to roll to force our turnout. Our ankles are going up straight and coming down straight. And that coming down, honestly, is the hardest part because it's tempting to release the glutes and then we kind of come down with our heels back and we've lost that turnout in that first position. So how we lower is we want to engage the backs in order to circle the heels forward. And everyone just take a moment to releve and really squeeze, rotating from the backs of the legs, not the ankles, the backs of the legs and lowering down. And that's where your true first position is. So if we're not able to get, if we're starting here and then we lower down like this, that means we're probably forcing our turnout too much. So take that, making sure that we're using the backs of the legs, lowering down, and now we have where our true first position is from utilizing the hips, not trying to force rolling through the ankles. So 3 tendus, 2, 3, lower, rise up straight, lower straight. Same thing side, 3 tendus, 3, releve and lower and back, and 2, and 3, releve and lower, 1 front, plie, 1 side, plie, 1 back, plie, and stretch, and then we'll reverse the whole thing from the back. All right, here we go. All right, starting first position, arm side, 7 and 8, tendu front and first, tendu front and first, tendu front. First, releve, squeeze and lower to the side. Notice where your true turnout is. Releve, lower straight, rotating through the hips, back. And first, releve, lower straight, front, plie, and side, plie, back, plie, squeeze and rotate. Let's reverse from the back. 1, and 2, and 3. Releve, lower straight, and side. Massaging the floor with the metatarsals. Releve, lower straight. Releve, lower straight. Here we go. Back, plie, side, plie, front, plie, and stretch and finish. Nice, good. So yeah, that lowering down straight is really hard to make sure that we're using the backs of the legs to engage our true turnout when we come down and not just rolling through the ankles to force that turnout. So really using the backs of the legs there. All right, left side. And 3 tendus front. And close. And out. And close. And 3. Here we go. Press up. Backs of the legs and side. Relevate, lower straight, back. And 3. Relevate, lowering straight. Here we go, front. Plie, adding an arm. Plie, back, plie. Squeeze, rotate to straighten from the back. Relevate, circling the hips forward and side. Relevate, resist down and front. Relevate, lower straight from the back. Plie and side. Plie. Front, plie, rotate to straighten, and finish. Good. Lovely. All right. So yeah, that lowering straight, I feel that in the backs of my legs and my inner thigh muscles a lot right now. We're gonna take a tendu from 5th. We're gonna work a little bit slower with our tendus from 5th today to really make sure that we're leading with the heel and our little toes are going back and that we're massaging the floor each time. And then we'll go faster with dégagés and put all that together. So we'll have, I'll demonstrate to the left. We'll have our arms up. We'll have slow out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and in and out and in. To the side and 2 and 3 and 4 and out and in and out to the back. Toes going back, heel coming forward, out and in and out and in. Let's take a coupe to the back. Just balance. 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll reverse. So with this slow tendu, we're really utilizing our turnout, opening through the hips. Little toes back. Lifting up through the hips as we close and out and in, out and in, massaging the floor and sliding it back in, out, in, heel forward, little toes back, out, in, and let's take a coupe front. So making sure that our heel's not touching our ankle, it's just our little toes. Balance, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, so just that. 1 out, 1 in, out, 5th. Same thing side, same thing back. We'll balance with the coupe back, reverse the same thing. Let's balance and let's hold that coupe front. Just on flat, making sure the weight's over the balls of our toes, and just balance here on flat to finish off. All right, here we go. Okay, some slow block tango. Right foot front, arm in 5th high. And slow, out, slow, in, out, and out. To the side, slide it back, in, out, in, to the back. Little toes back, lift up to close, out, in, coupe to the back, balance there, 3 counts on flat, Opening up through the shoulders and hips. Reverse from the back. Out and in. Out, in, out, in. To the side, massaging the floor. And out and in. And keep it to the front. And let's balance and hold here. Our working heel is going forward. Our knees and hips are opening up and back. Ribs are closed, way over the ball of the feet. And close and finish. Good. Nice. So it's much harder to close fifth than it is in first. So we really need to make sure that we're lifting up out of our hip sockets in order to give our legs room to close in fifth. And if we don't have, a perfect crossed fifth position, that's okay. Take whatever your hips need, but make sure that we're not just kind of, I'm exaggerating so much, but make sure that we're not just kind of sitting back in our hips here, because then we're really not able to close correctly. I'm thinking of right here, having so much length and trying to separate my upper body from my lower body, so that when I close, there's so much length for me to close in. And from the back, our hips are going to move just slightly, even with the tendu back. So we need to make sure that every time we close, that we're lifting up through those lower abdominals and up through our inner thigh and hip flexor area. So much length right here. Let's go to the left side. Here we go. Position, arms up hip high, and out. For 2, and in. For 2, out, in, side, out. Slice it and lift up out of the hips, out, in, out to the back. Lifting up, out and lift, out, lift, coupe to the back. Make sure your toes aren't touching your ankle, just our heel. From the back, out, and lift to close. Out, lift out of your hips. To the side. To the front, heel comes forward. Little toes back as you lift. Out, little toes back. Coupe front, heel peels forward as our toes are back. Weight over the ball of the foot. Make sure we're not leaning back. And when you're ready, lift and plie, release and finish. Good. Nice. So even though those tendus are slower, they're not super slow, but even though they're slower, the more you're lifting up out of it, like I'm tired, my legs are tired. All right, let's do some dégagés from fifth now. All right, so just slightly faster now. We're gonna have 2 sets on quad. So we'll keep our arm to the side. We'll have front and side and back and side. Again, front and side and back and side. Now let's add an arm, 3 to the front, 2, 3 with the plie, 3 to the side, 2, plie, and reverse. En croix, and 2, and 3, and 4. Again, back, side, front, side. Add a port de bras arm, back for 3, plie on the third one. Straighten, side, 2, plie, and straighten. Let's take a plie. We're going to slide our front foot to meet our working leg, and we'll take a balance in susu with our arms in first, making sure that our ribs are closed. We have a long lower spine as we balance in susu. Yeah. So now, I forgot what I was going to say. But anyways, one more time. 2 sets on quad. Front and side and back. Side again. Side, back, side. Using an arm here. 1, 2, plie and straighten. side, 2, plie, and straighten, and we'll reverse all that. Again, making sure there's lots of length in our hips so we can easily bring that leg in to fit each time. All right, here we go. 5th position, arm side. 6, 7, 8, and 5th. Side, back, side, again on quad front. Side, back, side, 3 front. 1, 2, plie, 3 side. Repeat from the back, arm side, en croix. Three to the back, 1, 2, 3. 3 side, 1, 2, 3. And let's plie to susu. Front foot slides into the back foot. Add length in that lower spine, ribs are closed. And lift, plie, and finish. Good. Nice. Good, so with this balance, as we start doing run, jumps, and fondus, we're gonna get into more balances later on. So in the susu, really important to feel a lot of length in this lower spine. Our ribs are closed as our shoulders are open in opposition, yeah. So we don't want to be kind of perched right back here. This is where we feel comfortable. This is kind of how our normal posture is a lot, at least for me. So I really have to think about making sure that there's length right here and that my ribs are closed a little bit more than I'm really thinking, yeah. But as we close our ribs, make sure that our shoulders don't just hunch forward too. There's a lot of opposition. Our shoulders are open as our ribs are closed, yeah. So now when we do passe balances and whatever later on, we already have that strong, supportive upper body. All right, here we go to the left. 2 sets en croix. And front, side, back, side, again en croix. 3 to the front, lifting up out of the hips. 3 to the side, lifting up. From the back, en croix. 3 to the back. 3 to the side. And plie, susu, slide the front foot to the back foot. Here we go, feel that length in that lower spine. Ribs are closed as our shoulders are open, down and back. We're sending our chest up and forward. Our glutes are going down to the floor. When you're ready, lift and release into a plie and finish. Good. Nice. When you apply like all the little things that you're supposed to be thinking about for ballet, suddenly this just becomes exhausting. All right, let's take a little dégagé from first. Let's do 8844221111. We'll do it twice through. We'll just start to the right each time. We'll do it twice through. The second set, you can just repeat it with your arms holding onto your bar the whole time if you want to focus on the turnout and the feet, or you can challenge your balance by taking your arms off and doing our 8844221111 with your arms in a second position. Yeah? So 8 dégagés to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 to the left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 dégagés. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 2, and 2, and 1, 1, 1, 1. Twice through, and then we're going to take a grand plie. Open up those hips. Come up, and I'll talk through this last part. Rise up straight. Let's take another releve balance in first. Same thing, long lower spine, ribs closed. Let's release our head to the right, back to center, release it to the left, back to center, and then finish, yeah? So this is for when we do pirouettes later on, that we can have a nice, our neck tends to balance, yeah? So again, with this 8, 8, 4, 4, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, we're lifting up out of the hips. If we're sinking, that's kind of how we get to this, and then we start doing the 1, 1, 1, and we kind of look like a pendulum clock. So we're lifting up out of our hips, so all the little movements don't affect our upper body at all. So twice through second set, you can challenge your balance if you would like to. Let me just listen to this and see if this is what I want to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. A little brisk, but not too brisk. Here we go. First position. 6, 7, 8, and 8 with the right leg. Lifting up out of the hips. 8 to the left. Firing those toes. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2. Lifting up 1, 1, 1, 1. Again, you can challenge your balance. To the left, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 4, and 4, and 2. Try not to roll on your ankles, and 1. And now grand tweet all the way down in first position, and coming up. Releve, rise up. Long lower spine, close those ribs as our shoulders are back. Let's release our head to the right and back to center. Release our head to the left and back to center. A little lift to release and finish. Good. All right, nice. Let's move on to some rond de jambes. Okay. So we're going to do a little attitude action. So we're going to start in 5th position. We're going to have passe 1, heel forward to lift attitude front 2, back to passe 3, and close 5th 4. Rond jump around slow, around back, through first, slow, around back, through first. 4 a little faster. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Off the floor in a plie, front, carry side, opening up to the back, and stretch. Reverse from the back. So passe. Now our knee opens, lifting to attitude, back to passe, and close. Back, around, front, through first, back, around, front, through first. 4, going through first each time, a little faster. And 4, off the floor in a plie, front, rotating, circling side, rotating to the front, and stretch. And then we'll take a border bra front, and up, and back, up, side, and away. We'll take a plie, either passe on releve or on flat, up to passe, right away, and feel your balance either on flat or on releve, making sure we have length, ribs closed, shoulders open in that passe balance. So for this attitude, we don't want to move anything but the heel comes a little bit forward, and then we open our knee back and lifting up to come back to passe. And then to the back, we want our knee to lift, crossing a little bit, and then lift that knee to bring it back up to passe. Making sure to the front, it's going to be really tempting to want to soften and bend that lower knee, that supporting leg a little bit. So making sure that we're drilling a hole down our supporting leg as we lift the heel up just a little bit, as high as you can, to attitude, and then back to passe and close. So passe, attitude, passe, and 5th, front, around, through first, front, around, through first, and then 4, faster, 2, 1, plie, shoot energy out as our hips are rotating side and back and fit. Reverse all that, and then we'll take a port de bras front, port de bras back, side, away, plie, passe, either flat or releve, and feel that balance there. There's going to be a lot of music left over, so the rest of the music after you finish your balance, take that time to stretch, whatever you need. All right, here we go. So making sure that we're going through a true first position each time we do that rond de jambe. Here we go. All right, 5th position. And passe, heel lifted attitude, passe and 5th. Front, around, back, through first. Through first, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Off the floor to plie. And 5th. Passe back, knee-less attitude, passe, and 5th. Back, side, front through first, back, side, front through first, 4 more. Keeping the hips still. Plie off the floor. And front and back. Come up. Port de bras back. And side and away. And plie passe, either flat or releve. Sending energy down that supporting leg. Ribs are closing forward, shoulders are opening back. And finish plie when you're ready and stretch. Whatever stretch you need. Oh. Well, that wasn't as long of a song as I thought it was going to be. But oh well, hopefully we got a little 8-count stretch in there. All right, I'll let it go for just a little bit longer on the left side. All right, left side. So really making sure with these faster rond jumps, it becomes really tempting, especially when you start going from the back, to kind of wobble the hips around a little bit. So again, that lifting is what's going to help prevent that from happening and engaging our lower abdominals, feeling kind of the seam right here in our lower abdominals underneath our belly button, lifting up, 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 like you have a little zipper, kind of lifting up here. So as long as we feel that when we're doing our rond jumps and making sure that we're dropping our hip down each time, that'll help prevent kind of our hula dancing from happening. All right, left side. I'm going to change songs here because this one I know is longer. So you're going to be hearing a different rond de jambe song. It might be a little bit slower, and then we'll have more time to stretch at the end. So here we go, 5th position, new song. 6 and 7 and 8. Passe up 1, attitude front, back to passe, and 5th. Front, around, back through first, lifting up out of the hips. 4 faster. 1, 2, feeling that zipper lifting up our lower abdominals. Plie front and side, keeping the knees over those toes. 5th. Passe. Attitude back. Lift the knee back to passe. 5th. Back. Around, front through first, back, hips rotating, lifting up out of the hips, and 3, and 4, plie back, knees over toes. Here's our port de bras. Now front and back. And back. Side and away. And we'll take a plie, passe, either releve or flat. Making sure our ribs are closed as our shoulders are back. A strong supporting ankle. When you're ready, lift and release to finish, and take the rest of the time to stretch. There's plenty more time now. Finish off your last stretch. Roll up. Nice, good. All right, hopefully we're a little bit more stretched out. We'll move on to some fondus. Okay, so I'll demonstrate right. So we're gonna have peel the foot up off the floor to coupe fondue to the front, fondue out to the front, and close in fifth. One more time, fondue to the front, fondue up to sous-sus. Same thing on quad. And before I go any further, the second one I'm going up to sous-sus. If you would prefer to stay on flat to really feel the turnout in the hips and the support of the lower legs and the upper body, that's perfectly fine too. If you would like to challenge your balance and get a little more of a calf workout than going up to sous-sus. So take as much or as little of this on releve as you need to for your body. So fondue to the front, plie, closing fifth flat. Repeat to the front, plie, now assemble up sous-sus. And fondue as we lower to plie to the side, plie, close front, fondue to the side, plie, up to sous-sus, to the back, plie, zipping up to close, fondue, to the back, plie, sous-sus, enquois, side, plie, close back, fondue, to the side, plie, and sous-sus. Then we're going to take a fondue, nice and slow, crack those ankles, and up to passe back. So now our toe is placed at the back of the leg, our knees opening as our ribs are closed, and we'll take a passe kind of angling in towards the bar, either flat or on releve, yeah? So the purpose of this combination, other than getting that little challenge to assemble up into sous-sus, is making sure that we can fondue and leave the leg where it is. We don't want to lower. We don't want to get higher. We want to fondue and leave the hips and the legs exactly where it is. Out, leave that foot there and come up. It becomes a lot harder to the side as we want to lift the hip up, yeah. So fondue to the front, plie, fifth flat, fondue to the front, plie up to sous-sus. Same thing on quad, and then we'll take a fondue with our inside leg and balance in a passe back. So our toe is at the back of our knee. All right, here we go. And right foot front. And fondue to the front. Plie, leave that foot there and close fifth. Fondue to the front. Plie, now squeeze up sous-sus. Fondue to the side. Plie, close to the back, close, up to Susu, one more time side, up to Susu, angle in towards our fondue, inside leg, and draw those toes up the back of the leg to passe. Close those ribs, it's tempting to lean back here, so close those ribs up and forward. And when you're ready, lift and release and finish. Good. Nice. All right, before we go other side, if you are going up to Susu, kind of a difficult thing to control after we squeeze Susu is that coming down on one leg. So really make sure that we're not plopping down and making my downstairs neighbors really upset. We want to resist and squeeze and control that landing when we come down, yeah? Same thing for jumps when we get into center later on. We don't want to slam our heels down to the floor. We want to catch and resist to come down. It doesn't mean we want to leave our heels up. We want to press our heels down, but resist it. All right, let's go to the left side. Here we go. And fondue to the front, plie, squeeze fifth. Fondue to the front, plie, up to Susu. Here we go, resist, fondue, side, close fifth front. Keep that working hip down, close Susu, resist. Up to Susu, resist to come down. Keep that working hip down, Susu. Inside leg, fondue. Draw the toes up the back of the leg. Knees open as the ribs are closed. And when you're ready, close Susu. Release and finish. Good. Nice. All right. Let's go to frappes because we're going to do a little adagio in center. So we'll save all that adagio action for center. And we'll stretch out later too. All right, frappes. What I Okay, that's right. All right, I'm gonna demonstrate to the left. So you have kind of a quick intro. We'll have 7, flex that heel to the ankle on 8. So 3 frappes front, strike 1, knee back, and 2, knee back, and 3, piqué, 3 to the side, and 2, and 3, piqué, 3 to the back, zipping up, and 2, zipping up, and 3, piqué, leave the arm side, we're going to coupe with a pointed foot, back, switch front, switch back, and flex to reverse the same thing from the back. So that coupe switches is just practicing for later on when we do a little petit battement. We're going to do it nice and slow. So we're going to have 3 to the back, piqué, we bring it in coupe back with a pointed toe, coupe front, coupe back, and flex. And this lower leg, when we're doing these coupe switches, we don't want to move our upper thigh at all. It all happens from our knee joint down. So you think about kind of like the robot arm, this kind of stuff. That's that same thing. We don't want to move this up. It's just from our joint here. So same thing happening. Back and switch and switch. Nothing moves up here. So then we reverse it all. So 3 to the back, 1 and 2 and 3, piqué and side and 2 and 3, piqué and front and 2 and 3, PK, and front, and back, and front, and fifth, and then we'll finish there. Yeah? So 3 frappes, a sharp PK, front, side, back, and then our little robot leg, 3 coupe switches, flex to reverse it all from the back. All right, here we go. So quick intro, and out, in front, straight, 3, PK to the side and straight, 2, 3, PK to the back and out, 2, 3, PK, coupe back, coupe front, coupe back, flex, reverse, to the side and straight, straight, 3, PK to the front, coupe front, back, front, fifth, and finish. Nice, good. Good, and when we're doing this, these frappes from the front, make sure that after we frappe, we don't just leave our knee there, because then it's going to be slightly turned in. So every time we frappe, knee comes back, frappe, knee comes back, to really utilize that turnout. Here we go. And out, in, straight, 2, knee back, 3, PK, to the side, to the back, straight, 2, 3, PK, coupe back, switch front, switch back, flex, reverse, straight, lifting up, out of the hips, and side, to the front, coupe front, and back, and front, fifth, and finish. Good. Nice. All right. We'll finish off at the bar with some grand battements. All right, so we're just gonna have 3 to the front in a plie. So front and in, 2, in, 3, in, plie, switch, inside leg, back. 1, 2, zipping up, 3, plie, outside leg side. 1, and 2, and 3, and these are grand battements. Plie, and we're gonna suit you around. So let's fondue, sous, suit new, plie, other side. 3, 2, 1, plie, inside leg back. 1, 2, 3, plie, outside leg side. Brush and down to go up. 3, plie, fondue, sous, suit new around, plie, and finish. So we'll go straight through right and left. This inside leg back, I like it because it really challenges us. Sometimes when we go with our outside leg, it's really tempting to open up. So with this inside leg back, you're forced to. It's really obvious if you start opening up because you're going to start falling towards the bar. So we make sure that our hips and our shoulders stay square. Even if our leg doesn't go up that high, that's okay, as long as our shoulders and hips are square. Our hip might open up just a little bit, but make sure that we don't drop our supporting rib cage as well. Yeah, 3 to the front, 3 to the back, 3 to the side, plie, suit new around to the left. Here we go. Yeah, let's do this one. 5th position. And front, and 2, 3, plie, inside leg, back. 1, keep those shoulders and hips square, lift up on that right side, plie to this side. 1, 2, 3, plie, slide out up to sous, suit new left, front, 2, brush, plie, inside leg back, lifting up on that left side, to this side, 1, up to suit noodle around, plie, and finish. Good. Nice. All right, we're done with the bar, so you can move whatever you're using as a bar away. We're gonna come center. And like we did last week, we'll stretch at the end. So I'll give everyone like a minute, maybe. I have to go to the bathroom, so we'll just take a minute here. I'll play some music. If you would like to stretch or get some water. Where did all my... There it is. So if you'd like to stretch, get some water, go to the bathroom, and we'll meet up in like a minute or so and do some adagio and stretch it out after. All right. Right. Let's go ahead and come center. We're going to use that music for our adagio. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to start over here and face the back so that you guys can kind of follow along with me that way instead of trying to mirror. What I do, I'll do it both ways just in case we have different learning styles or abilities. So we're going to start in B+. If you can see my feet. We're going to start in B+ back here, and we're going to take 2 walks going down. So we're going to walk 1 and 2, step to tendu, arabesque, and 4, and up to arabesque, 5 and 6, plie, pas de bourrée, 5th, développé to the front, 1 and 2 and 3 and 5th, développé side, and 2 and 3, closing 5th, front. And then we're going to do that to the left now. So our front foot starts now, and we're going to walk 1 and 2 and step tendu to arabesque, rise up, and 6, plie, pas de bourrée, 5th, développé to the front, 3 and 4, en face, développé to the side, with our arms up 5th high, and 8. Yeah, so I'll do now facing front. For these 2 walks, making sure that we're really leading with our heel and we're stepping onto a straight leg. 2 and 3 to tendu. We're lift up, make sure that we're lifting up with that supporting side. 6, plie, pas de bourrée, 5th. Now on our quasi, développé front, 1 and 2, sending energy down as this leg goes up, 3 now facing en face, 5 and 6, arms up, fifth high, 7, closing front on 8. 2 walks, presenting the heel, stepping onto a straight leg, and 2, and 3, to arabesque, lifting up on that supporting side, feeling the opposite shoulder connected to the back toe, plie, up, up, down, développé, and développé, and finish, yeah. And these walks are the one time in ballet where you can have your weight just a little bit back. The one time where we don't need to be kind of forward with these walks. So now we kind of have the luxury of kind of walking back as we step toe, ball, heel onto a straight leg for these walks. Let's just mark the first side with the music and then we'll go for it. So I'll mark facing the back now. So right leg starts, walk, 2, step to arabesque, lift up to arabesque, plie, pas de bourrée, fit, développé to the front, 5th en face, développé side, our arms go up 5th high, closing front, then our left leg walks, yeah. All right, here we go. Now we'll do it facing front. So starting with our right leg, 2 walks. Here we go. 6, arms side, and walk. Arms float down, step, tendu. Lift up to arabesque, right shoulder back, pas de bourrée. On our croisé, développé. To the front, 5th, développé side. Arms go up, and 5th. Walk, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to arabesque. Plie, pas de bourrée, 5th. Développé to the front. And side. And 5th. And finish. Good, nice. Beautiful. All right, let's stretch it out. I'm gonna get out, oh wait, it's back here. All right, I'll get on my Pilates mat and we'll stretch it out together. Finish off with a nice stretch. All right. So let's start on our backs and then we'll go from there. We're gonna start on our backs and we're gonna grab our right leg, lift our right leg up and grab your right leg with a flexed foot. All right, here we go. Where did my music go? All right, so lying down your backs, both shoulders and hips down to the mat. And grab your right leg, grab either your hamstring, your calf, or your foot, whichever your flexibility allows, making sure the top foot is flexed, our toes are reaching back towards our shin, and our hip is anchored down to the mat. You should feel the stretch all the way down our calves and our hamstring. And now grab that leg wherever you're grabbing it with the opposite hand and release that same arm down to the floor. And we're gonna bring that leg just a little bit over our midline. Not a lot, just a couple inches. Keep that foot flexed. So we should feel that stretch more in our outer hamstring now. And keeping that hip anchored down to the floor. We're not twisting too much. And now back to center. Point the toe, bend the knee, grab the knee, try to bring that knee up to the armpit. Sending energy out of that leg, that straight, as we squeeze that knee into our armpit. And release it. Let's bring our left leg up now. Flex the foot. Grab your hamstring, grab your calf, grab your foot. Oh gosh. Making sure those toes are flexing back down towards our shins. We're pressing the heel up to the ceiling. Our shoulders and hips are anchored down to the floor. And now hold on to that leg with the opposite hand so our right arm grabs our left leg. We release the left arm down. And just reach a couple inches across our belly button. So this isn't a back stretch, it's more of an outer hamstring stretch. Keeping that foot flexed. And now back to center, point the toes, bend the knee, fold the leg down, and squeeze, bring that knee up to the armpit. Sending opposite energy out of that straight leg on the floor. And release it down. Good. And come up. Let's hang on to a wall or a chair, whatever you need. We're going to do a little figure 4 stretch. So either hanging onto a wall, a chair, a counter. You're going to bring your opposite ankle to meet your opposite knee, keeping that foot flexed. And you're going to send your hips back like you're sitting into a chair as we send our chest and belly button down to the floor. So we should feel that stretch in our outer hip and glutes of the leg that's bent. And send those hips back a little farther, send the belly button down a little lower to get that deeper stretch. And come up, and let's go to the other side. So bring the left leg now to meet your right knee, or vice versa. And sit those hips back. Get a deeper stretch. Keep sending those hips back as you send your belly button and chest down to the floor. Trying to send your belly button through that little space that our figure 4 is making. And come up. Let's grab the left leg, a quad stretch. If you need to hang on to something, hold on to something. If not, you can grab both. Grab with both arms. Making sure that our knees stay glued together and we're zipping up our lower abdominals so we're not arching back. And other side quad stretch. So zip those knees close together, zip the lower abdominals up. Release it. Roll your shoulders back a few times. And finish. Good. All right. Nice. Yay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again next week. Have a good weekend. Or not a good weekend. It's Tuesday. Have a good week. Bye.